Hey there and very welcome to this video. In this video, we'll be crawling Ishan Sharma's website and we'll crawl the same thing we scraped in our scraping video of Ishan Sharma. If you haven't watched that video yet, you can definitely go ahead and watch that video as well. And you can see we've scraped this much data. Alright, and what are these? So let me go ahead and show you. So let's go to Ishan Sharma's website. And if you see here, there are 6 projects of Ishan Sharma, which he refers to as my latest projects. So what we did is that we scraped the title of the projects and the links of those projects as well. If you see here, this is the first project, Flappy Bird AI. And if I click here, I get to this GitHub link, right? So we want to scrape these titles, right? Like Flappy Bird AI, real-time pose estimation, and these links like https github.com Ishan 7390 Flappy Bird AI, right? So I hope what we are going to do. So let's start this video. And before getting to the VS Code, let's open the Scrapy's documentation. All right. And so the first step is that we have to create a folder. So let's make a folder named Sharma. All right. And let's open this Sharma folder in our VS Code by opening this in command prompt and doing code space dot. Okay, and after that, let's first close this open editors and open our terminal. And the first step is that we have to do something like this to create a project. We have to do scrapy start project, and then we have to give the name of the project. So let's name this Sharma. Right, what this will do is that it will create a folder named Sharma, and inside of that Sharma folder it will create another folder named Sharma, and inside of that folder it will create a folder named spiders. All right, and inside of the spider folders we have to create our main py file in which we'll basically be crawling things. All right, so let's make this also sharma.py. This is your choice, right? You can name this anything you want, but make sure that it should be unique. I mean, this file name should be unique with every crawling folder you've created. All right, so you can't use main into crawling projects. All right, so you have to give different names like main2, main3, at least something like this. All right, so let's create this. And you know what, I want this to come here. And the second step is that you have to do this cd sharma to get inside of this spider folder, this sharma.py, so it can run this code. We'll firstly have to get inside of this sharma.py, and by doing cd sharma we'll get inside of that. All right, and the next step is that what we'll do, we'll copy this code and paste it right here. I'll explain what it does, but first what we have to do is that if you see here in class code spider, we have this variable named name, and in the name we have this code. So we have to replace this with our file name. So if I have named this Sharma, I have to give Sharma here. All right, so I've given Sharma here, I've given Sharma here, and here I have to give the URL which I want to crawl. So this is the URL I want to crawl. So let's go here, let's do this, and yeah, let me explain what the step parse do for now. What it does, it basically saves a file, all right, in which there is the HTML content of this URL. All right, there is all the HTML content of this URL, and you can choose the file name. So I'm choosing the file name as sharma.html, or you know what, ishan-sharma.html. All right, and by doing this you can give the path, then this write bytes, then this will finally write the content inside of that HTML. All right, so to run this file, you don't have to click on this, but instead you have to go to your PowerShell or terminal, whatever you say, and do scrapy crawl Sharma or whatever the file name you have. All right, I have Sharma, so I'm giving scrapy crawl Sharma and type enter. Okay, there was some error. It should be, oh yeah, my bad, my spelling was wrong, so I have to do this again, scrapy crawl Sharma, and yeah, as you can see, ishansharma.html, and inside of this ishansharma.html I have all the HTML content of this page. All right, okay, so now let's get to the main section, what we want to do. So let's remove these things and give pass here for now. Why I've removed these things is because we don't want to now save a HTML folder, file with the HTML content of this URL. We want to do something else, right? So I've removed this, and also I'm removing this from path label code path because we're not going to use this library. All right, okay, so to get all these we have to create some cards, right? So let's inspect and see Okay, so there is a div tag, and if I come here, there is another div tag, and okay, so if you see, there is a div tag with this class, and inside of this div class, we have what we want to scrape. Inside of this div tag, we have another div tag with class something, and if we open this, we have the text, what we wanted, and we have the link as well. So we'll firstly get inside of this, right? Then we'll get inside of this, then this, then this. Firstly get inside of this, and name this cards. So cards is equal to response dot css div dot this class. All right, so why I've named this class is because div tag with this class um, is present here as well, here as well, here as well, here as well, here. If you don't believe me, let me show you. So it's present here. As you can see, it's a box of our first project. Then if I go here, as you can see, this is present here as well to our second project, then our third project, then fourth, then fifth, then sixth. I hope you understood. So that's why I've named this cards, because this will apply to the first project, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, right? So now let's do for card in cards. I'm doing this because I want to do the same thing with all the projects. So if I uh, do something for this project, because the tags and classes are same with the other projects, so we'll get the um, name of all the projects and link of all the project if we give the value of only the first project. All right, so let's go here now, and let's firstly scrape the title. So let's do title is equal to card.css, and from card.css let's inspect one more time, and yeah, so we have to get inside of this first to get inside of this. Let's get inside of this div dot this, and after that we'll get inside of the h4 tag, and we'll get the text of the h4 tag. So if you see here, there are two h4 tags inside of this div tag, right? So you might be wondering, if I'm doing this, will we get the text of the first one only? The answer is yes, because if you see here, the second h4 tag doesn't have any text, right? There is a text named show code, but this is not the text of the h4 tag, this is the text of the a tag. So yeah, if we do this, that I want the text, it will automatically give me this, it will automatically select this h4 tag, because this h4 tag has a text only and this doesn't. All right, so now let's just go ahead and print titles to see if we have any problem or not. Let's go ahead and do scrapy crawl Sharma. Okay, so I'm getting output like this. I'm getting the data, I'm getting the correct data, but I'm getting output like this. To avoid this, we can do something like dot get, and now if I run this, I should get what I want. And yeah, as you can see, we got all the titles: Flappy Bird AI, Real Time, Pose Estimation, Web Scrapers, and all the 6 project names, right? It gave me the rest 5 project names because the div tag with the same class, there was a div tag with the same class, then basically the code is similar with all the projects. That is why it gave me all the project titles. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get the href. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy paste it, name this href, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get inside of this div tag. Let me show you what div tag I'm getting. I'll first get inside of this div tag. All right, then I'll get inside of a h4 tag. If you see here, I'll get inside of a h4 tag, but the only difference is that I'll not be doing this, because now I don't want the text, I want the href. And if you see in the scraping documentation, if I search for href, it's going to show me how I can get the href of any tag. All right, so if you see, we can do something like this to get the href. All right, so I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it right here, and I also have to give this a right here, because h4 tag doesn't contain any because the h4 tag doesn't contain any link, but the a tag contain a link. So what I'm doing is that I'm getting inside of a div tag with this class. So I'm getting inside of this div tag with this class. Then what I'm doing is that I'm getting inside of a h4 tag. So this can be either this or this. Python will decide it once I give another command to it. So after that, I'm saying get inside of a tag, right? So it will automatically get inside of this a tag, because my bad, it will automatically get inside of this h4 tag, because this h4 tag doesn't contain any a tag, right? So it will select this h4 tag And after getting inside of this h4 tag, it will get inside of this a tag, because this a tag doesn't have any a tags. So it will get inside of this a tag. And because we have done this, then attr, then href, we'll get the href. All right, we'll get the link. And this same thing will happen with all the all the projects as well. It will happen with all the projects as well, because all the projects have the same div tag, right? All the projects have the same div tag with this class, then h4, then it, all the projects have the same code. So it will happen the same with all the div tags. Not div tags, I mean it will happen the same for all the projects. So now we'll do something like projects is equal to, we'll do their string, then firstly I want the titles, then I want space, then dash, and then I want dash, right? And then we'll simply print it. We'll simply do print output, and we'll do scrapy cross Sharma once again. And if you see here, we got what we wanted. We got all the project names with the link, right? With their respective links. As you can see, Ishan Sharma, Flappy Bird, then this, then web scrapers for web scrapers. So we got what we wanted to print. All right. Now I'm not going to print it. I'm simply going to save this in a HTML file. So let's do with open, and let's do ishan-social.html. Let's open this file in append mode. Now as f, then let's do f.write, not writable, but let's do f.write, and let's write output, right? Let's write output, which is basically this. All right. And I'm going to do something like this and this, because I want every time, like the output first, when it gets printed, the first output is this. Flappy Bird AI is this, right? So if I don't use this backslash n, what it will do is that it will write this real-time pose estimation right here, right? It will start writing it right from here, and I don't want it. I want it to write line by line. So to do that, firstly, when I print output or write output, then I have to create a new line. Then it will print another output. Then it will create one more line, then one more line, then one more line. I hope you understood what I'm saying, right? So now let's finally do scrapy crawl Sharma for one more time, and let's see what happens. Okay, so Ishan social.html, and as you can see, it's the same. It's the same. So I hope you understood this piece of code I've written. If you want this code, I'll provide this code in the description of this video. If you want to work with me, I'm definitely open to work with you. Every detail of me is in the description of this video. You can definitely contact me. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, bye.